The sooner- Yeah, let's go. Bonnie, it's 5:31. What's today? February
And
4th.
everybody here except.
Everybody's here except Bino and Charlie,
Oh, and Charlie. Oh, shoot. Yes.
Bonnie Berthune,
Yes.
Benny Angel, John Harville,
Jana.
George
George
Jones, and
Do
we have a special guest, John, Ron. Ron there too, special guest, from the AV club, right?
Yeah, we missed you last meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually concerned about you.
I was good.
Okay, good.
Sent an email and didn't get a response. Figured maybe it happened
Yeah,
again.
I missed that one.
Maybe it happened again.
Oh,
Distinguished guests, thanks for coming today.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I just write your name down? On the list.
Steve Fountain.
All right, approval of minutes from 121. Any issues from anybody?
All of the dates were wrong on at the end. I'd like to put in anything, so I'll fix those. As far as the town deliberative session and the town vote, I think that's, the more people see it in any shape or form.
And that is
we'll
Saturday?
Get them.
Saturday at 10 a.m.
And we're changing the next potential briefing. We're gonna have a discussion on that.
Did we decide?
Oh,
on a
yeah,
date?
I don't think we.
I don't think we decided on it.
I know that's what we want to discuss. I mean, where it's in the minutes, someone will see it and they might show up, and if we've changed it.
Yeah,
That's
I've got
my.
February 21. Should I, to be determined?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
The second briefing.
last time we were here, didn't we decide that we wanted to do it around Ellen's schedule,
Yeah,
She's
which
gonna-
was.
she's not gonna
And
be here.
Ellen won't be here,
period?
right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we were talking about doing it on Wednesday,
The next,
18th.
our normal day,
our next meeting date.
and maybe we don't need to do that.
I think it'd be great to have it on the agenda, and if anybody has questions, then we can.
So
Yeah,
that
answer
being the
them.
case, will we move to the Booster Club? Can we move to the Booster Club?
We are scheduled for the Booster Club.
Did you clear that with Ian?
Oh, I thought I had it with you. I don't know.
No, I'll have to check with Ian, make sure it's good. It probably is, but
Okay.
I'll double check tomorrow.
I heard from somebody that, Becky, I think.
Becky,
Yeah, but Ian's the one who, I mean.
she has the book out
She has
there.
she's the one who, yeah.
If she said it was good, then you're good, so.
Can we
We
verify?
should double check.
So do
Okay.
you want to just have a regular meeting at the Booster Club and is that what you're saying?
And how do we broadcast this? How do we, I mean.
It'll be on the agenda.
It'll be
Yeah,
on the calendar.
I can put, I have put stuff out on what's going on in Ashland and gotten responses.
okay,
I could do that.
yeah,
I would do that a little closer to the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that, and,
And keep liking it and it'll go back up to the top.
right, so, yeah,
Is that
Oh,
how it
is that
works?
how
Yeah.
you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
there's a whole.
Not being on
yeah.
Facebook, I don't know these tricks.
So if we did that and people came, would we want to take that up first on the, how would we do that?
so let me throw a little
Or
wrinkle.
questions
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm just gonna throw a little wrinkle in this. These questions have to go to you, John, because I will be out our next 3 weeks, our next 3 meetings. I will be in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania in 2 weeks. I will be in State College, Pennsylvania, our first meeting in March, and then I will be in DC, our second meeting in
Okay.
March. So,
So you will be running the meeting.
And
yeah.
between us, we'd be able.
We'd be able to.
We're a team. We could do this.
But I think it would
And
be
we've
good.
got our notes from the.
Right, and we can figure out,
Well, what we could do is, we've got the Q&As that
yeah, we
that
could
Ellen has, and we could just go
go
through.
through that and then in open in questions, people have questions. And give the opportunity to have that be the main focus of the meeting, especially since you're not gonna be around anyways, because.
do we have was that meeting recorded? It was recorded, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's out there, it is out there.
So maybe,
It's out there though. Where is it? If you go on
Jenny.
the website.
When you post to,
Under EDC.
Facebook, maybe could you put a link to that?
I think I can.
Yeah, and then, people could, go and take a look at it.
Yeah, a
You know,
link to the
you,
Q and
you
A.
could, you
You know,
could lead them to water, whether.
You know, I
they'll-
think
they'll
we
actually-
could actually, and, do we have it on the, we have it on the link on the website?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, where do you,
But you know, I could put that link out,
Documents.
do that now.
Yeah.
If you wanna look at it, and then when we get,
economic development?
So the,
Oh, look at you.
the
Okay.
donation form is there.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
committee
nice.
meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Video
Yeah.
recordings, the waterfront development.
it's there.
So
Yeah.
would we
Everything's
wanna
there.
add the Q and A to that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should.
That,
Yeah.
the one that's
Okay.
I
already,
think we should.
okay, who's gonna do that?
I can do that. I mean, it's just a matter of sending it to Ron, right?
Ron or Luann, who
Yeah.
do we?
Yeah.
You,
Ron's the man.
Yeah.
okay, yep,
Okay, and then,
That is your presentation.
I'll put a thing on Facebook with, I'm not gonna figure out
Um,
how to post to Facebook, right?
Thank you, Jenny.
Facebook link to
Cool.
presentation.
yeah, I think that would be great, that'll give us our second briefing, it'll give people an opportunity if they've got more questions.
And keep
I
it
thought the
easy.
Q and A was great.
We don't, cause I'm thinking, oh my gosh, PowerPoint, photos.
Right,
Deliberative will tell us a lot as to what kind of
Right.
questions people have.
right, yeah.
On
'cause-
Saturday.
'cause yes, yes. Who's gonna be at the deliver? I'm gonna,
there.
okay,
Yeah, again, I'll be gone.
okay.
You coming?
Saturday, I'll be in Massachusetts on Saturday. Yeah,
So you won't
Saturday
be,
and Sunday.
you won't be
I won't be.
Just,
I'll be there.
oh, good.
Yeah, I'm at a pocket for the next month,
and
month and a half.
I may be out in March.
Hope you're gonna do something. fun.
I'm gonna be out too. March. February 25th to almost March 25th, I think.
Okay, so,
We're not sure.
so what do we
We
have
get
to
a
have for a
quorum.
court?
Yeah, wait, maybe we
Bring
should,
it
maybe
by.
we should figure that out.
I don't know our exact dates. yet.
Yeah, I can,
Yeah.
I know I'm out the next 3 meetings.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, okay.
second in February, 2 in March. Okay, well,
Okay, that'll help.
Will
So
four be a
March.
quorum?
Four.
You need four for a quorum.
Okay, thank you.
That's what we'll have in total.
Right, hope,
Yeah.
and nobody gets sick.
Yeah, nobody gets sick, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
nobody can get sick.
Yes.
Yes. And no storms.
All right. Good. Got a
And
plan?
that's it for the what, that we went right to the discussion. Topics, business.
Well, I guess we're not done.
Okay.
Messaging banners up.
Oh,
Mhm.
is the banner up on, is it actually? Cool.
It is.
Where?
It's at Memorial Park.
It's,
Oh,
it's,
cool.
it's on a sandwich board and it's 4x3.
Okay,
It looks good. And
okay,
I already filled it up till 2000.
okay, all right,
Nice.
okay.
So you're the filler inner?
Well, we'll figure it out.
Okay, all
All
right.
right, so you're gonna have to train somebody when you go away.
Yeah,
Okay, training.
Okay.
And we're not jumping ahead
Oh,
with
and
that
we've got
because we
the,
haven't got their
cost.
approval yet?
Yeah.
Are we jumping ahead with that little tally? Because we.
Well,
haven't got approval.
as the commitment letters come in, we'll
Okay.
add to the tally,
Well,
right?
So this is just,
It is the pledges, it's not like we
Pledges,
collect,
so-
it's just pledges.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not collecting money.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
and actually, it was $60,
Okay,
So everybody owes John
Just-
10
okay,
bucks.
okay, yep,
$10 at some point.
yep.
And let's see what else. Well, we talked about our next meeting. Does anyone need pledge forms? I've got some.
I'll just do it. Can you submit online?
No,
no.
You
It has
can-
to be a physical.
Please.
So when you click on it, it downloads to
Actually,
your device
then
and then you
oh, I
have
can
to
make
print it
copies.
off and then fill it out and bring it to town hall.
okay,
It's It's a little bit,
Low tech.
it's a shame that it's not easier.
Well, you know, to do that, to do the whole thing electronically, if we get to next year where we're actually soliciting, maybe with website, we'd be able to do it, but it's not something, you don't do this now.
Mhm.
So it's not something you're going to bring up quickly in a,
Right.
it's.
Yeah.
But couldn't you just do something like that in a Google survey, Google form?
It gets messy with money,
Yeah,
so,
so this goes to.
There's copies at town hall. People are coming to register their cars all the time, so,
we see it.
and they
yeah.
pay the taxes at town hall,
Well,
so.
did anybody come and turn anything?
Put a surcharge,
in?
put a surcharge on that too.
So nobody's come and picked any up or turned.
Well, I
them
don't know about picking them
Yeah.
up. We haven't received any new donations or letters.
Well, it would be nice to have Bino here.
He's online right now.
Based on, oh, hey,
Oh, good.
hey, Bino.
How would Bino help with that?
Well, he talked about a couple of people that he was gonna speak with
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the
Okay.
presentation.
There are a few, yeah, there are a few different people, I mean, it's, yeah, so.
Is he with us?
Bino, can you hear us?
Hi,
You?
How are you?
Oh, wait a minute, it looks like you're gonna do a speech.
you look really official there. You have
Um,
your back,
I don't know
Like
about, I don't know about that. I'm using my work phone to join in.
Nice.
That's great.
So we were just talking about pledges, Bino. And at the presentation, you had suggested that you were gonna have conversations with a couple of people.
Yep. And I have mentioned it to two different people, and they are obviously going to consider it and appreciated. I was glad they appreciated being asked. So to me, that's a good sign, you know.
Cool, okay. I don't know what you've heard. Are you just getting on right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I
so-
am. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a bit of a time with my phone, so but I got it. So
Yeah, so just real quick, the banner is up. We started receiving pledges. We're having another presentation, hopefully at the Booster Club in 2 weeks. We talked about
At our regular meeting.
a number, yeah, at our regular meeting, but we're moving to the Booster Club. And then we've also discussed the fact that a number of us are gonna be out of pocket at various times. So we've got to make sure that we're gonna have a quorum for these meetings.
this is 2 weeks from tonight, Peter.
Correct.
Okay.
And the only change
Okay.
is the booster club.
Yeah, at the Booster Club. By the way, Bino, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm much better. Thank you. I tell you who I feel bad for is that now Charlie's got what I had.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, he said he was feeling terrible.
Oh,
Oh.
he's a mess. So
Oh.
I told him
Sorry,
I'm
yeah.
sorry because it's not a fun thing to go through, you know.
All right, so moving on,
And the banner.
the banner.
Can see that. I don't know how
There you
that
go,
works.
there you go.
There you go, Bino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bino, Bino,
Bino, Bino.
fell asleep.
they showed
Sorry.
me-
Banner.
There's the banner.
Nice.
Whoops, it lost it.
You gotta
Yeah, you
say,
gotta-
I gotta say
You
something.
gotta
just move it.
Just move it, yeah,
There
there
you
you go,
go.
yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
And it's already up.
Oh, you get the
Oh,
idea.
that's awesome. That's great.
Well, and it's up at Memorial Park on a sandwich board.
The big one.
And I've already marked it in up to 2,000.
Okay.
It's great.
Oh, yeah, 48 to go.
So that reminds me, when I was younger, there was a place called the Cambridge Brewing Company down in Cambridge, Mass. And they had yards of beer that were shaped very much like this, right? And you would drink the yard of beer like this.
Oh,
And it had the bowl at the bottom. And when you got to the bottom, it would spill all over you. And
You did
it
that
was,
as a kid?
yeah, it was great fun.
Oh.
When you were younger, huh?
Back when I was younger.
So Quebec City, you have the same thing. They call it a cane.
Yeah.
It's caribou and
Yeah.
it's a combination of.
Oh, this was beer though. This
You ever
was
see
beer.
the ski shots?
On ice, coming down ice?
No, they take an old ski and they bore holes through and they put shot glasses in there and you line up people and you tip and you all have to drink at the same time.
Oh, good golly, Miss Molly.
Ski shot.
Oh, the fun you
I
can
think
have with
green
alcohol.
games.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never did that.
All right,
I don't know what.
so John, next we come to you.
All right.
Steve, you wanna, introduce your, suggestion from last, from our last meeting? And maybe we'll get, you had suggested that we, the first thing that we needed to do was to, get an inventory, a town inventory.
Property inventory, right?
Property
Yeah.
based on what land is available to be developed for industrial, basically.
So John, we thought this would be a good one for you, right?
No
And,
problem.
rumor has it you have, connections in, at town hall? That might be able to
I'll
help
meet
you out.
one or two people in there.
Might be able to help you out.
There you go.
Yeah.
So basically just a tally of what's available that can, what did you say, that's zoned already to,
I mean, you can look at it a lot of different ways. The
Right.
easiest way is what's currently zoned where you could do something.
Commercial, yeah.
Industrial, commercial.
And what might be vacant or available or?
Ron, I don't know if you have a different opinion on how best to approach that.
Well, that would be.
Yeah, that'd be the,
Town owned, so.
that'd be first and
Oh, you
then
got town, yeah.
obviously some of the properties could probably try to get rezoned,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, depending on what's around it, you know.
Yeah,
If
cause it's,
you, if you have a heavy residential next to a lot that you wanna try and convert, it may
That
not
might
go
be
over
tough,
well, you know?
sure, without lots of
Right.
discussion.
so you were thinking just town owned or just, empty, not just a
just.
commercial, or just
Yeah.
properties that like Freudenberg or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, yes,
Yeah, I
How the
think,
planning board zone, how they.
Yeah.
Designate that area.
yeah, would that, require a conversation with Kendall and his group?
There should be don't we already
Feel
have
this somewhere.
I would think we probably already have a map.
But,
So the
yeah,
Planning board must have that.
yeah.
Yeah. in the map room.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem,
Okay.
cause, well, the Kindle's gone now.
Kendall's gone?
He won't be back for another week.
He's on
Oh,
vacation.
okay.
He's on vacation,
okay.
he's in Florida,
Uh,
or he's on his way to Florida.
He's
So,
on
so just check with the town clerk, she can bring me in the map room, there should be.
Yeah.
The zone map in there, and then you can just
see what,
look, compare that to the interactive maps, what might be available.
And maybe what's it zone? The areas that are zoned properly and who owns them.
and I just changed the zoning, cause there's a whole Route 3 has become mixed use. which-
Not yet, until the
Well,
vote happens.
Until the vote happens,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true,
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a lot of restrictions on that mixed use.
that's it, there are,
So, yeah,
you have to know what kind of zoning it is, yeah.
yeah,
And that will include the town-owned land as well?
I would
Or,
say everything.
yeah, that's what I'm
everything.
thinking, I mean,
Yeah, 'cause-
so we have a really good
Right.
feeling
We
of
think
what's
that's zoned that
available.
way. Doesn't matter who owns it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think we should, everything zone industrial and commercial, and I would also just do all town owned property.
Yeah.
Cause it'd be kind of interesting to know what the town owns.
Oh, that's easy enough on the
Yeah.
interactive maps, just plug in town.
And it
And-
comes right
And
up.
click on
It
town of
comes up,
Ashland and it puts a green blotter on every town owned lot.
Because we may have some,
Maps.
you know, property there that could be sold off or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
And when you put that
Or
together, you
developed.
want that on the map, so then you can visually,
See where-
geographically see where it's all located.
Yes,
is there
definitely.
any state-owned land in the town?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of
Okay,
state
so
owned
that would
land.
be
Yeah.
another, a
But-
third leg.
Most of the, three.
They
but
don't
three
usually wanna do anything with their property.
along,
In
Yeah.
along 93, there's a lot of.
We have an Ashland resident who, that's his job down
Right.
in Concord, and the stories are fascinating on land that's owned, but, okay, we just need to, whatever.
So John, this is how you do that. So you just go on interactive maps and just plug in
On the
town,
website?
yeah, it's on the website. Oh, yeah, you can get all.
town of Ashland. When you click on that,
Mhm.
see all the,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
so you can actually
You get a different
change
view.
base maps and go this.
And so, Bino, eventually this is all gonna be fed to you,
See, these
and you
are-
can go to your, Canadian businessmen.
Yeah,
And say, this is what we
see,
can
it
offer you.
shows all And
I
then
would
if you,
just- I was
You
just
have-
on a Zoom with a large company this afternoon, just to, as an example, of course, but, you know, they, they're now paying a boatload of tariffs and, you know, large outfit, couple of hundred people work up there. They make kitchen cabinets
Oh, perfect.
and they're looking for about 60,000 square feet.
Frudenberg,
And they're in a big yank. So you know, I mentioned the Freudenberg building. Usually Canadian companies don't want to buy, you know, they want to they come in and they want to lease and that's it. And if they're comfortable in 3-4 years, then they're willing to buy the property. These guys are like on fire. They said, "Oh no, we're you know, you show us property that we can buy, and we'll write a check." So
Yeah, for building cabinets, I think, I'm giving a plug here. Ashland has a very strong work ethic in the trades. And, and they work really, really hard. I think Ashland would be perfect for building cabinets.
I totally agree, and I plan on I'm meeting with them up north on Tuesday, and then he might want to come back the following Friday. And I told him, I said, you know, you can hop in with me. We'll run down so I can show you this building in Ashland. I said, you're right off 93,
Yeah, right.
and they, you know, they ship as far south as Tennessee.
Wow.
So, you know, it's just, I mean, I never, I'm the last to ever want to do pie in the sky type stuff. You know, it's a work in progress. They could call me in 2 weeks and say, hey, we found a place in Vermont. We like it and see you later. I mean, that happens all the time. But for now, I remain hopeful until I have a reason to say, well, I guess they're not coming, you know, but so anyway,
Right.
that's just one example of you know, some folks who could make a hell of a difference. They'd like 80 to 90 people in their US plant. So obviously I'll keep plugging away at it.
Perfect.
Well,
Okay, anything else on that issue? Questions, comments? Alan?
Not really. There's a lot of options out there for this committee to look at, obviously. I think you really have to pin down what's available. And there's not much available, unfortunately. I mean, everything
yeah,
that's,
Bino's nodding up there.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's it. Bino knows. I mean, I've had a lot of discussions with him. I mean, the only thing, I mean, I'd like to see is that we have the mill property that we own voted in this fashion, because it's an ideal place for a multiple manufacturing companies to come in. Just my opinion, but,
How do we get out from under it? Well,
well, this is something, it's gonna be a long time coming, but, you know, Freudenberg keeps coming up. Freudenberg is gone.
the building.
it's going on the market this month.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
this is kind of what bothers me. We keep talking about things that, I don't know, I'm trying to be negative, the things that we know that probably aren't gonna happen. Yeah,
Well, I mean, even if it gets sold, chances are
Somebody
somebody's
industrial.
moving into it, right?
Yeah,
yes.
So,
Brewing
I mean,
company
that,
showing us,
whether it's cabinets or
yeah.
company X or
well, I can almost guarantee you the shilling is coming.
Yeah. What's that?
Schilling
Shilling
Brewery.
Brewing Company.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
interesting.
have a little inside information.
Interesting.
Where are they at?
The one that, Littleton, the same one that's in Littleton? Interesting.
They have already in the process of purchasing all the supplies they need to put that brewery together.
That would
I
be,
won't put it in the notes, but exciting.
And that's, I'm not gonna mention the name, but,
interesting. Well,
all
maybe,
the plumbing supplies have basically all been ordered.
interesting. Okay, all right.
Anyway,
We'd like to see
Okay.
that. What, what's the dumpster down by the mill properties?
It's,
Oh, that's Davy Deals. He's just,
Oh, it's a different.
yeah.
he's
it's
just
a
storing them
building.
there. There's the snow and everything.
Oh, I was hoping.
That's
that was
actually,
something
that's actually
happening.
on Lane's property. That's not, that part of the alley's not ours.
Okay.
I got him to
That
get
was
it off our property. It ended up at the end of the
Yeah,
road there.
moved up a little, okay.
So team updates. Bonnie, you wanna start master plan?
We need to get something to Kendall by a certain time, right?
Yeah.
February 17th. And we had started sort of brainstorming. And that was in the meetings, in the minutes. So we had come up with, active Main Street, walkable downtown, invite businesses in, promote Ashland, develop economic ideas. I mean, that's all we have
Mhm.
right now. What is he looking for something very extensive or?
That would be a question for him.
Okay.
Right? I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay, and start with what's there and then up to, or
Update
an
it.
update
Yeah.
what's there with what's current, so.
So why don't I send to all of us, send this list
Sure.
and then we can just keep
Yeah,
at it? Okay.
Yep.
Underground wires on Main Street.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Especially when you take a picture and that's all you see is wires.
Yeah,
I mean,
the utilities don't like to do that. It's very expensive. It's a tough
well,
sell.
we can still
We can put it in
think
there.
about it.
When
Yeah, if you don't-
if you put it on a plan, Chris, when it could potentially get done is if for some reason that the entire road is being dug up for infrastructure
something else.
reasons. And yeah, that's that because it is so expensive to put them down there. So then that's when communities have done that. It's part of the project, like if their gas pipe, their water pipes, all of that stuff. And,
Well, it's a nice to have rather than
Right,
it's one
but,
of those things that's always,
you said,
when
but
it comes
but-
down to
but-
it, it's always gonna.
but it's one of those things, it can be nice to put on it, it's like for your 100-year plan or something, but you put it on there, and so if you get to this point where they're doing this section. And if it is written somewhere and they go, oh, at least they would look at it and
Hmm.
consider if maybe now's the time to do it.
It's very, very expensive.
It's very expensive, but if you're already ripping up the roads and putting in vaults or whatever,
I don't think the electric company has the money to do that.
that's the
right
time
now.
to do that, but that's why it's very, and the other problem with that, when it's underground, when there is a problem, it can be much more expensive to fix
Well, I
because
was
it's
thinking
harder
just the
to
opposite.
find. Well, okay, you don't have the problem,
Yeah.
as so much problem with downed wires
Sure.
because of storms. But if this is what I've been told,
Water
but
infiltration
yeah, and if you have a problem, it's harder to find
If
the
anything
the
moves,
source.
yeah.
Well,
So-
and you
so
gotta-
it's
you gotta-
pluses and minuses.
So all the transformers you see hanging on poles will be pad transformers on a pad,
Mhm.
Mm.
which takes up more real estate. Right now you have a pole.
Mhm.
And the transformers hanging up
Right.
above. Now you need to make space for pads to step down the voltage going, feeding the homes. Every home would have an underground, you'd have to do underground to the home. Where now you fly it all in, so.
If you do that, who would be on the hook for the homes?
Well, Ashland Electric would be on the hook to the meter.
That's what, to the meter.
To the meter.
Wherever the meter is.
I mean, when we hooked up the sewer in Massachusetts, we were on the hook, we had to pay for it.
That's what I was.
Town sewer, we had to pay for it.
Well, it's okay. I have a neighbor who's got a meter on Route 3, so she's responsible for the 300 feet to her house if there's a problem.
But a change would be on
Right.
after that.
A new house would have to pay for it coming in, right? If
A new
it
hookup,
existed,
yeah.
yeah.
But to the meter, so
Mm.
wherever the meter happens. to
It's
be.
nice in our community, it's all underground.
Yeah,
And we don't have to worry about trees and the windstorms and,
Nice.
Right.
Mm.
but it's very.
and there hasn't been any issues with it underground.
Hey,
I
What?
just. Down the tree, knock down the tree.
The plastic tree.
Okay,
Something to do with-
Jenny, mill
Yeah.
building? No, anything?
Andy said he thought there was some grant money available for
All right.
cleaning out the mill.
I still haven't
Yeah,
gotten that
still.
info yet.
Okay, all right. He also,
I thought at the session, the planning board, John, didn't they talk about money, grant money?
The
for-
Lakes region,
The lakes, yeah,
yeah,
but
I don't know where that stands.
no, I mean,
That was
really,
Who brought it
for
up?
Brownsfield cleanup.
It is,
Yeah.
but,
Who?
Yeah.
Someone from the lake.
Oh,
but is.
Kendall
is-
said that the mill building was on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't necessarily have to be just ground.
It was
water.
for the studies.
Just for the
Yeah,
studies.
which they've done before.
Yeah.
but we
right, you were
understand.
digitizing, there was,
I think they are. I'll have to double check that.
yeah.
Yeah, but we're, what, there's 50 properties on that and we're like number 47 or something like that.
It's not a high priority.
No, we're not, we're way down on the totem pole.
Okay,
And of course,
okay,
Well, it's not a problem until you disturb it.
right.
Hmm.
That's what the report said.
It's-
Or it collapses.
we've already
it
got,
disturbed me.
we've already gotten your, update, right?
On the waterfront.
And I wanted to mention something and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. Two things. I had reached out to all of you asking for updates for something that, I need to send to Andy and, some of you have sent it to me already.
And I
will-
have not, I will.
Okay, if you will, that'd be great. And then I'll cobble that together. I'll get it off to Andy. And then one of our homework assignments from our last meeting was to go and take a look at the behavioral modification document, right? And so did we get any feedback or comments on that?
The ruler.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
remember this. one
Remember you
that
passed that
gave
out?
us the,
So I didn't see anything, I guess.
oh, this is what I heard up.
Yeah.
Yes.
looks
You
familiar.
said, you called it behavioral modification. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Rules of order.
And we were
Yeah,
supposed to get back.
Yeah.
With our thoughts on
Right.
that.
So if we can, let's try this again. If you guys can just give that some thought and either send them to Jonna. Right? Well, I guess just,
Yeah. 'cause
Respond to the
You're
group.
gonna be gone.
yeah, respond to the group. And let's all suggest, because this is something that we
Well-
should address.
And Charlie should be in it because he was the one that had the most to say about this.
Yeah, that,
So I'll follow up with him, I might give him a couple of days to feel better.
And actually, this is really abbreviated from other towns
Examples, yeah.
that Ron sent me. And I just tried to take
You softened it a little bit.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
And eliminated quite a bit.
Well, some towns have had big problems. That's why they crafted what they did. Yeah.
okay.
But, if I can think back to Charlie, he would like it to be more of just an open forum. I don't know.
Right, with lots of,
Roman forum.
with lots of participation from the public.
And I think we could do that.
Mhm.
But we also need to be able to do our agenda and work without everybody interrupting. That was my thought, to do what we do and then open up for discussion. Another thing to be aware of, you don't have to respond to a question. You can recognize it and say thank you. And we'll work on
We'll
that.
consider that.
But at this time, we don't have an answer for that. We don't have to. And one of the things I put on here, comments must be courteous. Personal remarks or accusatory comments are always out of order. I think that's an important part because You know, it was like the Wild West, people shooting at each other, you know.
And then that's counterproductive.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
job done.
it makes
Yeah.
some of us very uncomfortable and
These are standard. I've worked under these types of rules. And it was generally the public talks to the chair unless the chair.
Delegates, yeah.
Delegates, time limits, and they wouldn't be hard, but it's like you're at your 3 minutes, you gotta, close this up and stuff. And the courteous and no operator, the minute somebody starts getting either swearing or like whatever,
Or
they just shut
up
right
in
up.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
well, making sarcastic remarks.
right.
Yeah.
It's come up. a
And
bit
the
here.
importance of the role of the chair and the,
Right,
and
role
the
of
vice
chair,
chair.
yeah.
To
Yeah.
keep us in order and move on if we need to.
I will say on this document, though, and I mentioned this to Ron, the very last sentence where it says, but they do not have the right to provide written verbal comment. I have a problem with that, but it needs to be separated because that has nothing to do with 91A, and 91A does not say that.
You
So
have a break, and then that's a totally
They
separate.
do not have, read that again, they do not.
wait,
have-
it says, you've got on here, the last thing, the very last sentence is, you've got, it's the last paragraph.
It's in parentheses. I was just putting in the
Right.
rule.
Right. No, under RSA 91A, the public has the legal right to attend public meetings. They have the right to watch, listen, and take notes. That is true, and that's in 91A. But then it goes on, and it looks like it's part of the same paragraph. It says, but they do not have the right to provide written or verbal comment unless recognized by the chairperson. That is not part of 91A, so we need to separate
Just
that.
put a break.
Just put a break.
Yeah.
Because that's not part of 91, because when I read that, I go, no, because so just to make sure it's,
How do you stop someone?
Well,
from-
we don't
from-
have to
from
have that
having
at
a
all,
written
that
comment?
line, do you think?
Why would you?
Well,
Yeah.
or how could you? I mean, if
what was your
somebody,
question?
if somebody sends in an email with a comment, how do you stop that?
You can't,
You
Yeah.
don't,
Right.
you know,
you can't. You can't,
freedom of speech. They.
but if somebody,
send
you
an
can,
email,
you
whatever.
can, it's like. If you can cut off comment in a public meeting, you can do that.
Verbal,
Verbally.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Which is
but
what
I mean, if somebody wants to
Send Gmail,
write,
yeah,
write something down
Right.
or send me a letter.
but anyways, just separating the 91,
Yeah, but they also need to realize whatever they sent to you as a committee is discoverable by 91A.
yeah,
So maybe that should say that, we welcome written comments, but just be aware that anything sent to this committee is discoverable by 91A.
Okay.
That way, that may limit,
inappropriate.
right,
Mm.
they may think twice about what
Right.
they're gonna actually say.
Right.
Maybe, it's.
Right, but it was when the way I read it, it looked like we were telling them that.
That it was-
91A covers that and that last sentence and it doesn't, so it just separated, so it's a different paragraph.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would, like maybe the time limit, maybe we take that off, just leave it
Yeah.
up to the chair.
Time limit
At-
can
at
be
the
set by the
discretion
chair,
of the chair.
at the just discretion of the chair.
Yeah, I would have something about a time limit in there. Like you said, at the discretion of the chair.
Yeah, without
just-
having it
Yeah.
Right,
10
at
minutes
the
or
discretion
Yeah.
of the chair.
So,
take out the.
But sometimes if it's a small group like this and we've had some really good back and forth discussion with people who come to the meetings. But then sometimes, especially if you have a larger group of people, you could be here for,
If it's a small group and a very important subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might
Yeah.
let them-
right,
And really, it's the chairman's in charge of the meeting.
and he could,
So,
a chairman can.
don't
Yeah.
tie your hands, keep your flexibility.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what Charlie was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
I
We're
don't
not-
think so.
well,
I think
You wanted
he
it
wants it to be,
free flow.
he wants it to be open.
laissez-faire.
And,
Be free
but
flow.
I think that he does, think that it's up to you and me to control the crowd.
Mhm.
And
No,
I-
just- I think he was thinking this had to be approved by the full board, but I'm not sure why it would have to.
No, it's rules of procedure for your committee.
Yeah, I think that was, cause he had mentioned that to me and he was talking about, well, waiting to, the next election, cause you tie the hands, but then I think he's thinking that.
I think he
I
was talking about our
Okay,
committee.
okay, because I was thinking the BOS, but maybe,
Well,
I don't
I
know.
thought he was talking about us.
I don't know. Okay,
Well, he'll be back.
he'll be back there.
Hopefully.
Okay.
All right.
Can we go
Yeah.
back to the question about that each of us were supposed to give sort of what we worked on in 2025,
Oh,
Just specifically,
which I've done, but
yeah, specifically those two things, cause you were involved in the trash issue and you were
but
involved
that
in the
wasn't in
master plan,
2025.
wasn't it?
That was
Really?
all said and done by then.
wait a minute, you're talking about the new trash though?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, new one. Yeah, which I mentioned. But I was just wondering, is it only our committee that was asked to do that?
No, well, the town report generally has updates from
Department heads.
department heads, and is planning department, I mean,
The committee?
All the committees will
Yeah,
do,
all the boards.
yeah, and all the boards will do,
Oh, like maybe that's what they're looking for.
One.
right, yeah,
And
yeah,
he's just looking for something brief.
right, and,
you know, just things you worked on, you know.
And then because most of us have worked on all the same things.
Yeah.
right, but so it's really what the committee has worked on, and
Okay.
it goes into the town report, the annual report.
So you did a,
Bonnie, basically, it was me being lazy. That's what it boiled down to. I didn't want to sit down and craft,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where your boss says, at the end of the month, can you, fill out this
Yes.
timesheet or whatever, and
You
you
did.
try and it's like.
so things you worked on was the beach,
Yeah.
the campground.
The campaign
Was that
was last
25?
done.
Was last year.
Yeah.
Oh, that was last, I thought it carried over into
It might have.
it carried over in because you did a presentation.
That's right, it did carry,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you finished that project up
Yep.
and then,
We talked about the proposal for trash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bino, did you say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's also important to point out the fact that, you know, we applied for, we applied for a $50,000 Northern Borders grant and were awarded as well. I mean, that, you know, had we not been involved with that, it wouldn't have happened. So I think that's a good thing to put in the town report. I know that, you
That
know,
was in
when I sat on a similar committee way up north, you know, they used to do that same deal. They you know, the town manager would come to us and say, you know, could you give me a list, excuse me, a list of things that you've worked on, and you know, at least show a couple of successes. And I, you know, not every town was able to get a grant like that from the federal government. So I think we need to make sure we put that on the list, if you will.
mhm.
It will be.
Great.
All right, go.
back to rules of order briefly.
Yeah.
So I've got this line, are not required to answer. Chairperson or committee members are not required to answer questions or engage in back and forth discussion. So, okay, required.
Read that again.
Chairperson or committee members are not required to answer questions or engage in back and forth discussions. We just talked about that briefly.
Yeah.
Or are at the discretion of, maybe. Would be
Yeah,
a better way to. put that.
yeah.
The implication, to me was with members of the audience, right? Yeah. I think that's fair.
So with members of the audience, is that what? you want me
But
to add?
whenever, you wanna call them audience or
Yeah.
the
Members of the public.
Public, yeah.
Public?
Thank you.
Okay, wait a minute,
Alright.
we can always provide written comment. Like you were saying, they could,
Yeah, they could submit that to the chair for,
well, I mean,
yeah, you can't restrict that.
yeah.
They can do that.
That is topic. All right, guys, got anything? Can you just introduce yourself?
Mike Siriani,
Mike?
Yep.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
okay.
And you're been in Ashland forever?
I've been visiting since 72.
Really?
I've been a property owner since 06.
Yeah.
Actually a boat slip owner since 6. Property owner for our permanent residents since 11.
So you've been up here full-time since 11?
This
No.
is my place.
What's that?
This is my place.
Oh,
I
nice,
love it.
nice, nice,
Nice.
nice, cool.
Permanent resident.
Well, nice to meet you.
So if I can just say it,
Sure.
the reason I came in was I haven't attended a lot of the meetings that you've had already from this committee on the waterfront. When I saw that there was gonna be an update on the waterfront.
Yep.
I thought, well, maybe I'd hear a little bit more about it, because like I said, I didn't attend the other things. I just
Yeah,
wanted
so,
to find out more details as far as what was being visioned. As far as I know, there was a schematic done by.
Conceptual.
we're not gonna,
Yeah,
so-
yeah, so
yeah.
if that's, that's
So-
gonna be addressed here or within 2
That was
weeks.
just
Well,
thoughts.
real briefly, what I might suggest is earlier in the meeting tonight, we talked about the link to the presentation that we had a couple of weeks ago. I might suggest that you go and watch that because it'll probably answer a lot of the questions that you have. We're also having the follow-up meeting in 2 weeks at our regular, meeting time. But to the specific that you're asking, there is no plan
There's
at this point.
There's
It's
a
just a-
There, there,
There's
yeah.
a conceptual sort of diagram that has been out there in various phases for a number of years. But that's just a conceptual of maybe what it could be, but nothing can be laid out until
I know.
We know what
Until
we can
we can
really.
do. And so we have to have the hydrologist, we lay it an engineer, we have to get approval from
Yeah,
DEF.
I understand all of that.
So, there's some
But then there's
concept,
other attributes, like you said, Jenny.
yeah,
That were shown in the earlier versions.
right, and those are
And I-
conceptual, yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that whatever would say if that was part of that, that, we'd have to go through the warrant, the additional donations. You
Yes.
probably would not see this thing pass. Okay, that's why.
We're hoping,
Warrant.
we had, how many people? 40, 50 people at our briefing, and we had a really, really good discussion.
Well, and I saw the
And-
Q and A's.
Yeah, okay, good. So you've seen those and that,
From other people.
Okay.
That were there,
okay, good.
but.
Can I
think there
say-
needs to be more.
It was my husband that drew that up like almost 10 years ago.
Mm.
And it was because he thought, wouldn't it be nice?
Mhm.
It was just, it's just a drawing on paper.
Right.
It has nothing, there was nothing permanent or, yeah. It was just a
Thought.
fantasy.
But even if it was a fantasy, it got us thinking about how can we improve the beach? How can we make it a nicer place for the residents as well as other people coming in? And so it was a catalyst to me.
Well, it was a catalyst. Plus, the other thing about it is that it helps the town to look better. And when developers come to look at a town, my husband travels with different business people around the country, and they'll go to a state with a business, and they'll go and look at different towns, and they don't pick the town that looks shabby and poor. So this can help our town to look like, wow, we have people that would like to be here. Our business would like to be a part of this. It could be nice. So it's more than just fixing it up for us. It's to help our town to look better.
Kind of function. I mean, and to, some of the people who have been here forever, because, I've been here 20 years, so I'm a newbie. But they talk about what they used to do at the beach that they don't do anymore. And they remember the times fondly of when they used to do this or that. And so one of the logos what we were talking about on this whole warrant thing is get your beach back, you know, it's this kind of a thing. And, you know, just an aside, how much this can help. The other day I was walking along the beach with a friend of mine and we've been working on getting cross-country trails on the lake and stuff. And there was a mother, there was two young ladies in their late 20s, and they also were on cross-country skis with the baby in tow in his own cross-country skiing sled. And they'd come down from Thornton or something, because you know, it's just, you know, so it helps having these interesting things. It helps, I think, put us on the map as a more desirable, we are a very desirable place, that's why I'm here. But it just kind of, but the conceptual drawing has been confusion, because until we get the DES and the hydrologist telling us what we can do.
Yeah.
Engineers.
I'll comment outside of your meeting here.
But we are so fortunate to have this facility. And it's
Of
a
course.
little tired, it's a little
A lot
tired.
of
and
small lakes do
Yeah,
have a beach area,
yeah,
and it's for swimming.
yes.
Well, and it's also to know how we can protect the river.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's a big thing, yes, that's a big thing.
one of the big things.
That's one of the reasons for the engineer, one of the main reasons for the engineer. Yes.
And the Lakes region is looking in on this, you know, environmentally, how we can protect the lake.
I don't know if I should speak up now or not. Like,
Speak up.
okay, so there were, in that earlier vision, and I understand for expanding recreational uses of that property. Okay, so like you were saying, Johnny, as far as having people come out and be able to take their cross-country skis when it's frozen and go out and they have access, utilizing the beach, that's fine. I mean, that's not gonna generate revenue for what was kind of portrayed here early. Let me get back to some of the real problems. Having sailboats and sailing lessons right out of that beach area is gonna be a disaster. Why? Number one, who's gonna,
Who proposed that?
well, that was part of that larger vision. What do we do with this property?
Thank you, there's a whole big list of possibilities, you know,
Possibilities.
there was just like, just
That-
kind of
that
like,
was one of them.
you know,
I mean, the
yes.
SLA has been doing that for years, okay? When they take on the liability,
Mhm.
that's on Big Squam,
Mhm.
where you have a mixture of sailboats, perhaps, and people that are with power boats or whatever else know what they have to do. But you throw on a small lake like we have, put a whole bunch of sailboats, stand-up paddle boards. That is, the whole Marine Patrol is gonna go bonkers. You know,
Well, this is part of the study to
well,
see.
that's what I'm saying, so, I mean.
Yeah, it might
you have
not
to
be a
tell
possibility
people
at
that,
all.
well, this is what we envision we can do, not for economics, okay? Having docking for power boats to come in.
We're not talking about
No.
that at all.
No,
Yeah,
that's what that
swimmers and
was
power
there.
boats.
But
was there.
that was because
That
he
was
didn't
there.
know, you know?
Because somebody else, and it wasn't me, said as soon as they saw that, they said propellers and swimming do not mix, and that's the reality, okay?
Yeah.
And that's the reality of, you know, having a plan that you show, he's saying, okay, we're gonna have power boats come in here, you got swimmers here, uh-oh.
But we're not.
Okay, well, so that, what I'm trying to offer to
Well, we
you
don't know
is
what to
better
do.
define what you wanna head towards.
Mm.
And then people may donate money for the studies, for those aspects that they want. I don't think the residents within the town here wanna go beyond much more than having ability to go out and
Go swimming,
swim.
the bathhouse,
You know,
and
yeah, improve the bathrooms. improve the parking for them.
Or
I
maybe
mean,
get some of the
I
beach
live
back.
on River Street.
Yeah.
So I see who goes down.
Yeah, yeah.
I have my grandkids go down, walk down, you know, so, you know, cause I'm a resident and, you know, that's what we use it for. I mean, to do some other things that you can do on Big Swan currently, like the sailing. I don't think that's something that we should be investing in. And it's gonna cost the residents to have that facility, the equipment, the liability, everything associated with it. I don't know how that SLA covers all of that stuff, you know, but you know, that would be an expense that would be back in on the residents, you know. So anyway.
And
yeah,
that's the kind of
better
feedback we're
defining
looking for.
Things of what you really, what you want, ask the residents, how do you want us to improve the beach? Period. Ask the residents.
So that's what we,
Don't throw something in their face that you're gonna get all of these comments later on, and, you know, you're not gonna get the money for it.
So it was just a drawing.
No,
That he
I
did when we
understand, but
first-
you
and
do
it's-
that, you put that out there.
We did it, we did
no,
it.
we didn't,
Well,
we got out
It was
there.
out there.
It
got out.
No, it,
Here.
no,
I
it
don't know
didn't.
how I got
It was handed out at a meeting.
I mean.
A previous version was handed out at a meeting.
And it was and it's public and it's on video.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was part of the video.
But these were two completely separate things.
yeah, but
No.
people, the public.
Jana's husband came with a drawing and said this would be,
No,
this
it's
would be a
really a
wonderful
whole,
thing.
I understand. And I've heard that, gee, that has changed. Well, what has it changed to? You gotta get it, what
We
has it
can't
changed
change
to?
it until
get
we do
that
these
information
studies.
back to
That's
the
the
people.
whole idea.
I
It
think-
can't,
Yeah, we have no plan.
I think what he's telling us is,
Changed
we
the
gotta
narrative.
work on our messaging.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what
What
you're
is it
telling us.
that you really?
Because what, you know, you're talking about, you know, getting the public input on what we're gonna do, and that's, we're really going to, the plan is to really do that next year, once we get approved, find out what we can do, then there'll be like, what do you want, kind of stuff, and we
And
have
there
to
was a,
get, we have to get that message.
if I might, Jenny, there was a fairly robust conversation at the other meeting
I heard.
about this.
But that's, okay, that's a small.
About the fact
Yeah.
that we wanted input from the townsfolk about what to do at the beach.
So we need,
So we're not trying to railroad anybody. We're not trying to,
No,
come
I think a
in
lot of
with our
people feel
plan.
they're being trumped
Yeah.
on
so we need to
what
work,
we're spending the money on right now.
and
Put
whether it's
study.
true or not, that's what they feel, then that's a problem for us.
Yeah.
We have to work on, we have to
That's
work
the
on.
problem
our
that you
messaging.
have.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm just trying to bring that.
I get it,
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, so you're saying within 2 weeks, there be perhaps
Our
another
next meeting,
better
meeting.
definition
No,
no,
of
no,
that?
no.
because the feasibility study needs to take place to see what we can do.
And then we will
Okay.
be really working with
But-
residents to find out what they want, but that has to fit into
Possibilities.
the possibilities that they will let us do.
The residents are gonna pay for it to be done when it comes down to it all.
Well, if we get the money or the approval to accept the grant,
Right,
then we do the feasibility studies. That may or may not include taking those blocks away and actually having a beach there. It may or not. Then we can go, once we get that feasibility study, then we can apply for more grants. Because the hope is to not use town funds. We know there's,
Even
it's
with
not out
this.
there.
right.
So, but we can't do it until we get
I was
this.
talking to somebody just today too, about the wall, that, you know, that happened. I
right.
think that's been a big concern.
Yep.
If you took the wall and brought it all the way back to the fence, okay? You can then have a beach area, even if you extended the total length of it, you know, get out, try to get out to the 520 feet that you have, because it's a lot more limited right now. But just think of this, the wall right now is a problem for it.
Yep.
And I understand that, and my grandkids, my children say, couldn't they do something better than a ramp and all this nonsense? But, so anyway, if you got past all that, had the wall closer to the road, you can then have a sandy area that has a gradual slope out to the water where people can be sitting on a sandy area, watch their kids gently walk down. You know, the safety issue that has all
That wall.
concern, but, so, I mean, it was just a thought that someone
That's interesting
mentioned. to me. I said, maybe I'll have an opportunity to talk,
Well,
to mention that.
Um,
But I mean, that's a way of not removing the wall. You still need to get down to a certain level, because you can't put all of that fill back in. You're gonna have to extend that jetty even further yet.
Even if that's an option, I
That
guess
might
it's
not
been
be-
many, many years of trying to figure out.
well,
The ability to get down safely right away. And then have a gradual slope that you probably wouldn't have to go past anything, you know.
Well, again,
it was a,
I don't know that.
it was a DEF.
No, I'm not a hydrology engineer,
The DEF,
No,
and
but
so I can't say,
I've been 72 watching the problems of what has gone down.
go ahead, Alan.
I will comment on this issue about the wall. The wall being put there at the time it was put in, it was to correct an erosion problem that does not exist today. And that was the water running off, coming down by the hill.
They
Right.
changed it on.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that taking the wall down is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm just making the point. The reason the wall is there, was put there for something that does not exist today.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I think, I don't think you could find anyone in town that doesn't want to get rid of the wall, right?
Yeah.
It'll take an engineer from the DES.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
All right, but yeah, how do you
To
get rid
prove
of
that
the wall?
to prove that the drainage,
That's been resolved.
you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
All right, so, Mike, thank you for the comments.
Yeah, okay.
Appreciate it.
Just, I mean, I think you get more people if you knew what the end game was.
well, we don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's,
But
This is the first step to
and what
that.
was initially portrayed,
well, and it's unfortunate that
that got out.
document never got out, because it shouldn't have, and,
But-
and there's actually no correlation between the two.
That, the original document was given at a meeting, handed out on video.
It's so unfortunate,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yes, it
that,
Well,
that it's taken to heart that's,
right?
that's the plan, and
Covered
that
in
was
stone.
just a vision, and thoughts of what could be
You
done.
have
one
one
person.
people upset
Right.
because of that.
Right.
That's all
Right.
it's
Okay,
like.
well, thanks,
But
appreciate it.
it was never presented to the committee.
right, as a cure-all end all.
I'll leave it right there.
Yeah.
Steve, take us home. What do you got?
Ron, did you have something?
No.
I'm not gonna go any further on this conversation, because I think you all said it is, bottom line is, that study is gonna tell us what potentially can be done or cannot be done.
Right.
And then after that, you start creating more of the vision after you get that information
And
back.
that, right,
And as Mike was saying, unfortunately, there's some people that just have that old plan in their head and they can't get it out of there. So I don't know what you can say other than what you've already said, which is, there is no plan. We're doing the study to help determine what we can and can't do.
And we can't even
Bino.
get to that study.
Yeah,
so-
Bino, go ahead, jump in.
I just wanted to thank Steve for his comments. He is spot on. This is not about a plan, what will or will not happen. This is about a feasibility study. The feasibility study is going to involve the authority that unfortunately is over us, and maybe fortunately, I don't know, but none of these ideas can go forward without the approval of the New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services. So, we can talk out loud, which is good, about what we'd like to see or not like to see. But, I feel it's unfortunate that people are thinking 5 miles ahead when we're not at the planning stage at all. Where there's not really a particular plan, if you will. Steve Felton was right. This is funding that the town received from the federal government to do a feasibility study, which will involve all the folks who live near there, obviously, the folks from the state at the Department of Environmental Services, and even the EPA will have their fingers in this in the end as well. So it's
Right.
not, you know, we're at a point where, you know, we should be supportive of having a study to see how we can improve the waterfront. And then go to the next step, but it's got to be one step at a time. And the very next step is to get the feasibility study done. Thanks, Peter.
Okay, thanks, Pino. Steve, done?
Yep.
Bonnie? 6:36,
Oh, gosh.
and we are done.
You're done?
We are out of here.
Okay.